What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Pleeka podcast. I'm Jerome.
And I'm Nick.
And today we are continuous. Today we are continuing Pleeka's marvelous journey to Infinity War by watching Captain America: The First Avenger.
Easy for you to say.
You know, but maybe next time you go, oh, we'll watch the Avengers.
Yeah, don't talk like that.
Yeah, my name's Nick. You know, sometimes I stick microphones in my asshole and fart and then listen to it while I sleep.
Wow.
All right. Well, so as we do every episode of this podcast, I get some interesting trivia off of IMDb that may or may not be real,
Or may or may not be interesting.
No one's called me out on it yet, so.
Oh, that's true. What are they going to do? It's not real.
Yeah, that's what they say in my fucking Arrow and Flash React to Justice League trailer. Original cameo appearances were planned for this film for James Logan, Wolverine, and Eric Magneto, who were present during World War II. Logan was a soldier, and Magneto was in an internment camp. That was really hard for me to say. But yeah, so that'd have been interesting. Can you imagine like watching Captain America and be like, oh, there's Wolverine, oh, there's Magneto?
Would it have been the actors?
Yeah, it would have been the same people.
And then they were like, oh, no, you can't do that.
Yeah, because of rights issues. They're like, no. Wishful thinking on their part, I think. But
yeah,
that'd have been like, that would have changed, I think, the whole Avengers and everything if they would have had Wolverine and Magneto in this shit.
Well,
like,
yeah, I mean, we know now that well, I guess now they'll be able to do it. But
yeah.
Before that, we knew that they can't do it. So it's just like, yeah, whatever.
Did you hear?
They wanted to.
I can't think of the actor's name, but the guy who plays Bucky in an interview was talking about recently. He said he was talking to Hugh Jackman. He's like, hey, am I going to see you anytime soon? Meaning like in Avengers and stuff like that. And he's like, I can't tell you what he said, but he told me a few things.
Oh, really?
Hinting that Wolverine's going to... Because like Hugh Jackman said the only other time I will, like after he did Logan, only time I ever play Wolverine again is if I'm in Avengers. And then Chris Hemsworth's like, I would love to do a Thor Wolverine movie, like all that. So like now there's like a lot of talks of them actually doing Wolverine.
Thor, Wolverine, and Deadpool.
If they just added Wolverine and Deadpool, that's all I need in those movies. They could do whatever they want with the other X-Men. No one really cares, except for maybe Quicksilver. He's kind of neat. But just Deadpool and Wolverine, and I'm good.
Yeah, Deadpool would be hilarious. Just put him... Like, he wouldn't even have to be
imagine him and like Tony Stark and Captain America just in a room together.
That'd be hilarious.
That'd be like one of the funniest scenes ever. At around 6 minutes in, the wall art hiding the Tesseract at the beginning of the film shows the World Tree, which is the same concept design that Thor shares with Jane Foster and Thor. The little one he draws on her journal.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same tree when the Red Skull gets it out of the wall. Which that's one of the things I didn't notice at the time, but when I read that, I was like, oh, yeah, that's true. Like I saw like a little drawing.
It'd be nice if you tell me one of these things and I actually recognize it before you told me. Since we are watching these. But.
This one is interesting because we kind of talked about this in it too, like how they're talking about making a super soldier and Hulk and all that. Even though the vial of serum was stolen by a Hydra agent and broken, another one shows up in the Incredible Hulk 2008 and is injected into whatever his name is to make the Abomination. And I guess even like written on the thing was the same things written. Like it's legit the same super soldier serum that made the Hulk that made the Abomination, or that made Captain America that made the Abomination.
Oh really?
Yeah. Worked a
true?
little better on Steve Rogers.
So was it like out of date? Like it
was expired?
Yeah.
I mean, people had to have made their own, so it probably wasn't the exact same, but same company type thing. Like it's like scribbled on the side or whatever, the same shit. So I found that was kind of interesting because we talked about that too, about how like much it seemed like Captain America and all that.
Yeah.
When we did that.
Well, because they referenced him without saying his name a lot.
Yeah. This is the last one. Howard Stark finds the lost Tesseract at the end, which leads him to create the blueprint design for the cube structure, overall power. I'm going to redo that. Oh, okay. Well, basically what this was is he finds the Tesseract at the end of the movie, which leads him to create the whole structure design that Tony Stark does in Iron Man 2.
Right.
So you actually get to see his dad find that, which is kind of interesting. I don't know why I turned my phone off. I liked a lot of his dad scenes because you could kind of see the beginning of him becoming Tony Stark, like doing all that.
No, it's cool how they link the past, but they have to do it after because the movie came out afterwards. You know, like that.
Yeah,
That
it's funny
part's cool.
how many people play Howard Stark too.
Yeah.
It's funny though. Like I really like this guy. I liked him before, but then now when I watch this movie, I'm like, oh, it's Preacher. Like I just see him as Preacher, so it's like, oh, it's weird seeing Preacher doing this.
It is weird seeing Preacher do it, although I think I like him better as Howard Stark because Preacher got old.
Oh, I love that show. And I also read a thing that they like online people said like this is kind of similar. In the beginning when he's doing his floating car thing, it's like the same design that Tony Stark uses to make his suit float, and like it has the same red glow and all that. So like they were saying like him and his dad think alike, and I was like, oh, I didn't think about that during the movie, but that's true. They both like kind of created that.
Yeah.
Tony Stark did it better, but that was cool.
Yeah.
I like that scene too
because his is more like Sam Rockwell's flying thing.
Yeah, but I like that scene because it starts out going like just how Iron Man is like he's doing a show and all that.
Yeah.
But then his kind of fails, or Tony Stark's always works.
Yeah.
I found that interesting. So now we're getting into the movie. Captain America: The First Avenger, directed by Joe Johnston. My first note is, it's cool the movie starts out with present day finding Captain America. I forgot. I thought they only had that part at the end where they found him. I forgot that it started out that way.
I forgot that too. That like it started out in the present.
The guy who gets knocked out by the rubble and then talks to the Red Skull and all that, and he grabs the wrong Tesseract. That guy's in Doctor Who. He actually plays the first Doctor in the new Christmas special.
Oh, really?
So that guy's in Doctor Who. And then in my later notes, I have Bucky's girl. You know, he has those two girls. One of those girls is Clara from Doctor Who, and then Dr. Arnim, the co-bad guy in this film, he's also in Doctor Who, and they all interact with the same Doctor too. So it's
really?
3 people from Doctor Who in this movie.
And I didn't recognize a single one of them.
Yeah, 'cause you don't watch Doctor Who. The Red Skull talks about Odin when he breaks the fake Tesseract, which I thought was interesting, kind of another reference to Thor and all that.
I don't remember that.
When he breaks it, I don't remember his exact quote, but he says something about like the gods and all that, because I think he knows about that shit. Because he also goes from talking to Odin to opening that tree thing to get the real Tesseract. So I found that interesting, and I also like that he was like, the Tesseract is so powerful they wouldn't bury it with a body, like they'd hide it, and he does all that shit to find it.
Oh yeah. There was at the beginning, not just the beginning. A lot of this movie reminds me of Indiana Jones.
That was a lot of the trivia. It's like, oh, they did this as referencing Indiana Jones. Someone says this, which is a quote from Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
there's a lot of that.
It was a lot, which is a good thing, not a bad thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
The opening of the film definitely reminds me of it. Like, I expected a giant boulder to fall down and Captain America start running through. Steve Rogers looks uncomfortably skinny.
Yeah, he looks like you. No, I'm just kidding.
But just watching him a lot of the time, it's like, that does not look comfortable being that person.
What's funny is, it's so goofy. He's like short and skinny and small. I kept looking for like a mistake or like a.
There was one part where you can kind of notice he was CGI'd on there to me. I don't know, it was like a car that he was looking out the window or something. But for the most part, it looks great.
Yeah, see, I never caught anything. So I was like, which is like, I stopped looking eventually, but at first I'm just like, this is so weird.
I watched. I didn't watch. I read that like the way they filmed that was they had Chris Evans film every scene like just him, and then they had him film it on a soundstage, and then they filmed it with a stunt double.
Oh.
And then they mixed all those together to create the scene.
Who's the stunt double?
Probably an 8-year-old boy. I don't know. That was a really tiny man.
Who was Will from Stranger Things?
He probably wasn't even born yet, was he?
No.
We get to see a very young Howard Stark is my next note. I really like him. I really like that Peggy punched that soldier in the face.
Yeah, I didn't.
Because he's like, what's with the British accent? I thought I signed up for the American Army. And she's like, I'll step forward. And like talks to him, just hits him right in the mouth.
I really liked her.
I did too. Did you ever watch her show?
No, not a single episode.
I'm pretty sure Howard Stark's in it a couple times. The same guy from this movie.
Mm.
It was pretty good. It's definitely better than Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and all that. A lot of people liked it, but I don't think enough people watched it. Like people that watched it really liked it. But it got canceled after season 2. But it was pretty cool because you got to see a lot more of kind of like this movie where like World War II era and all that.
Right.
It's cool, and I really like her too. So it was fun watching that. Oh, I liked the grenade test scene where he's like, I asked for an arm, you brought me a little skinny man with asthma and all that," and he's like, they're talking about it. So he hits a grenade, throws it in there. Everybody runs away except for Steve Rogers, and he jumps and lands on it. Yeah. And then he goes, "He's still skinny."
Yeah. Tommy Lee Jones was awesome.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I was surprised how much I liked him in this.
Well, 'cause he's a dick.
Usually, but like he's a likable dick in this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
God damn, I hate this guy. You ever want to punch your father? Sit next to this guy. Fucking dildo.
He's a likable dick.
I also liked that the Secret Soldier base was beneath an antique shop. That was kind of cool. See, when she walks in, she has to say a little riddle to get down underneath there and all that.
Yeah, it reminded me of Hogan's Heroes.
I've never watched a lot of Hogan's Heroes. So I wouldn't
Yeah,
know.
usually when they had to go, like, when they went into town and they had to, like, get help from, like, you know, the people from spies, you'd say, like, it's raining today. Oh, I got an umbrella. You know, that kind of shit. So that's what it reminded me of.
Yeah, I thought that was a fun scene. Peggy is an amazing shot. She hit the guy from so far. So after Captain America becomes Captain America, some guy reveals to be a Hydra agent, steals the serum, runs, and Peggy just stands in the street. The guy's like miles away and shoots with her pistol and hits the guy. Hits the driver.
Yep.
That was amazing.
Yeah, she's good. That's why she's who she is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The chase scene with Captain America is one of my favorite scenes in the movie. Where he chases the guy down on foot when the guy's driving away and all that.
That's pretty cool. I like how he kind of like has to learn how fast and shit he is.
Yeah,
he like accidentally runs through the window and then chases. Shoes probably would have been helpful.
Yeah, like at one part he's running and he falls into a the glass window of a shop.
That's what you said, yeah.
And then when he gets up and he's walking through the glass, I was like, his feet have got to be bleeding. But he's a super soldier, so he probably doesn't even care.
Didn't affect Bruce Willis.
I guess you got a point there. The scene where the Red Skull is shooting all the Nazi with the Tesseract gun was pretty cool. He's just hitting them all. They're all just exploding and disintegrating into nothing.
Yeah, those guns were ridiculous.
Yeah, that was cool. It was weird watching because, like, normally, I mean, these movies, it's about superheroes, but like they're as real as you can kind of get.
Yeah.
So it was cool, kind of seeing like he's like a big actual villain with a red face, and he's just shooting people and making them disappear.
Yeah. At first I was watching it, and I'm like, so it's 1944. They're fucking disintegrating people with these guns. Like, where, how come no one else got the? And then I was like, oh yeah, because they get the Tesseract, and then that's what's powering these guns. So like,
I also read, because you know how we watched the trailer for this with Thor, I was like, I kind of felt like, not he wasn't a waste, but like they could bring him back somehow, like some superhero logic or whatever, and the Red Skull's back, and that's Captain America's fight him again.
Oh yeah.
The actor hated doing the makeup so much and didn't really like the movie outcome, so he said he would basically never want to do it again. So that's why they haven't brought him back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I read he's very indifferent about the film, I guess.
Oh, wow.
When I read that, I was like, oh, that kind of makes him not like his character as much, that he doesn't like the movie. I love the musical little montage that they do with Captain America in like all the different states, and then it ends with the soldiers, and they just don't give a shit.
And they wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
And they're like, bring back the girls, and he's like, well, they only really know the one song, but I can try. Like I thought that was a really fun scene. They do a lot of like little montages like that, which I really liked.
Yeah, it really felt like it was from the war era.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
It felt like that type of film. It was really funny when Captain America saves and captures the soldiers. And they ask him if he knows what he's doing, and he goes, I've knocked out Adolf Hitler about 200 times.
Yeah.
And they look at each other like, the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah.
I really like, there's a lot of scenes like that, like especially this next one, which is the worst Stanley cameo we've gotten so far.
I'm honored to present this medal for valor to my personal friend, Captain America. Captain America. Captain, that's your cue.
I thought he'd be taller.
When he walks out on, when not Captain America walks out on stage, and they cut to Stan Lee, and he goes, "Oh, I thought he'd be taller."
Yeah, I'm over the Stan Lee cameos at this point.
Yeah,
I know we gotta go through each one. What do you think he'll be in Black Panther?
a lion.
Wow. I think you're lying.
No, he'll be some dude in a shop or whatever. It won't even matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a real bad Stanley cameo. That's our sixth.
So at
cameo
that
now?
point, when they cameoed him, they'd already dropped Captain America into enemy lines, right? And, like,
Yeah,
that was cool. I liked how, like, it's Iron Man's dad, like, helping Captain America.
yeah,
And no wonder he, like, if you think about it, you know how Iron Man, like, in the newer films is like, oh, fuck you, my dad talked about you all the time. Well, he
Yeah.
fucking flew him to Germany and dropped him
Yeah.
off. You'd be talking about him, too. You know what I mean?
I mean, his dad created the first superhero, really, like or helped.
Yeah.
But,
really,
like-
Stan, who we haven't really talked about, that Stanley Tucci, is that his name? The guy he's the German guy that
That
picked him.
picked him.
And then he gets killed. Like, I forgot he got shot.
I forgot too. And he got shot. I was like, oh, I like that guy. I don't
Yeah, I
know.
was like, felt bad for him. But then he's literally doing stuff for him, like, the
Yeah.
rest of the movie. Yeah.
But yeah, I you get that, but then you also get Tony Stark's side. You'd be like, I'm fucking sick of this guy. And then he wakes up from the eyes, and I gotta fucking now I'm pals with him.
Yeah, now I'm gonna...
And then I find out his best friend killed my father and my mother.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. And
I-
then he
I was thinking about
protected...
that, I was thinking about that the whole movie.
And then I'm gonna have to fight him for a whole movie. And then he's gonna kick-
then,
And then he's gonna kick my ass.
and then,
And then I'm gonna hit you in the face.
I liked when Peggy shot Captain America's shield because he was making out with what's her face from Game of Thrones, so she gets jealous.
That was my favorite scene.
and he's like, when he went by the shield, and she was like, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it works fine.
That was my favorite scene of the movie.
Ye-
Because she didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I really like her. Like that's what I liked about the show. She just didn't give a fuck either.
Oh,
and then in the show, you also get to fuck. I can't think of the guy. What's Iron Man's AI's name?
Jarvis?
Jarvis. Yeah, you get to see Jarvis
Oh,
because
really?
he's a real man. He's like the butler. Like I don't think Jarvis was an AI until the movies. I think they just made him an AI.
Oh, he's like Alfred?
Basically, yeah. But so you get to see like her partner in the show is Jarvis.
Oh.
So that was another cool
like
part of it.
partner?
I don't know if they ever kissed or anything. They
Oh.
might have. Where was I? I was at Shots of Shield. The war montage is pretty cool. I liked a lot of that. Like he's like jumping over tanks and throwing the shield and all that. Like a lot of explosions.
Yeah,
it was a pretty
cool.
cool scene. Every montage of this movie is really cool.
I remember thinking that, like, him beating up the soldiers and stuff was pretty cool. Like,
Yeah, all those scenes reminded me a lot of like a musical. Like it seemed choreographed and like, but like not in a cheesy way. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, and I liked it, but I also think, God, I really want to see the Captain America 2. Because,
Yeah.
like, those scenes, like, when people got hit, like, you would, like, oh, my God, that must have
Like,
fucking hurt.
I remember in Winter Soldier that elevator scene where he fights like 18 people. That's one of the coolest scenes ever.
Yeah, it's not to take anything away from this movie, because I like this movie a lot. It just makes me want to see
The other ones,
the
more.
other ones, yeah.
Which is good. It gets you
Yeah,
excited for the other
yeah.
films. So now Bucky falls off the train.
You know, so the first time I saw Captain America, I
Yeah.
don't remember where I was, when it was, any of that shit.
Naked in my bedroom, touching your Johnson.
Could have been. I love Chris Evans. No, but why would I do it in your room? You weirdo.
I don't know,
That was the weirdest part of the whole thing.
I'm the weirder. You've been jerking off in your son's room.
Yeah, but in your mind, I was. That's gross.
Yeah, you were.
See? You're just making it weirder.
I was hiding in the closet.
I don't remember, like I don't read comics, so I don't know who fucking the Winter Soldier is or any of that shit, like, at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So he falls off, like, oh, his friend died. And everyone's, oh, that guy might be the Winter Soldier, whatever.
Yeah, it's funny because I'm reading the trivia, and obviously some of it's written when this movie just came out. You know, in the comics, that Winter Soldier, when he fell off there, he was caught by this person and became the Winter Soldier and all that. And I was like, oh, that's exactly what happens. But like, they were just writing it as a theory.
Right. And that's what I mean. So, like, the first time he felt, oh, that sucks, his buddy died.
Yeah.
And he was a good friend. Which I think I took for granted in Captain America 2. So when he's like, I'm like, oh, he's just the bad guy. Like, fuck that guy. And then he's like,
I think I did too, because like we didn't really care.
yeah. So then I'm like, when he wants to help him, does a little Luke Skywalker, I see some good in him. I'm like, just fucking beat him up. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I didn't want him to save him. But now, rewatching it, I get Captain America's side more.
Yeah, I do too. But it's funny you mentioned Luke Skywalker. I was gonna bring this up. Have you seen the things online? How I think his name's Sebastian Stan. That's the guy who plays Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
How he looks a lot like young Mark Hamill. So everyone, I think even Mark Hamill has retweeted this, saying that if they ever do like a young Luke Skywalker movie or one in between one of the other ones that they want to do or whatever, like Han Solo, they should cast him in it.
Oh,
Which
really?
I'd be totally fine with him as Luke Skywalker. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Wouldn't that just be called Star Wars?
Yeah, but like they have like in between Empire
Yeah.
Strikes Back or whatever, because there was like imagine seeing him in between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi or whatever. That'd be kind of interesting.
Would it?
I don't know. They could make something up. It'd be interesting
I
no matter
guess.
what. But yeah, I think
Like he has no droids.
yeah,
Han-
imagine a movie,
hands frozen.
a good Star Wars movie with no C-3PO.
Ooh. That's you just sold me.
I just sold you
I
on it.
totally thought it was stupid until you said that.
My next one, which reminded me a lot of Flash. Captain America finds out he can't get drunk.
That did remind me of Flash.
And I saw that. I was like, I don't remember that in the movie, but that reminds me of Flash a little bit. So Captain
Yeah.
America is in a bike chase with a couple Hydra agents, and his bike, which is one of the coolest bikes ever, has all kinds of gadgets and shit. It's like Inspector Gadget. He shoots flames at the back and burns some of the Hydra agents. Yeah, burnt.
Wow. You're stupid.
I figured you'd expect me to do that.
I didn't even think of it.
Oh, really?
Now, those Hydra agents, that remind you of what video game?
Oh,
I said what video game?
Wolfenstein.
Yeah, totally, right?
Yeah, I think I have that in my notes somewhere. Like the NC or that fight with Bucky and all that.
Oh, on the train, yeah.
On the train, the one with like the dual guns. I was like, okay, this is totally out of like Wolfenstein copied this game. They had to have.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Or this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, between Wolfenstein and Indiana Jones, it was just like, I mean, cool.
it was cool looking,
Yeah.
but yeah. Which now imagine if like this director made a Wolfenstein movie. That'd be kind of neat.
Game?
No, a movie.
Oh.
The scene where Red Skull's holding the Tesseract was very neat.
Oh, at the end?
Yeah, at the end where they're fighting and all that. 'cause
That
you
was
get-
Indiana Jones shit,
You
too.
get to see like the galaxy and all that.
And then his face melted.
If they were making that now, you'd see like the Milano, whatever, Star-Lord ship's called fly by, or it'd be the little Easter egg or
Yeah.
whatever.
At any point, did you think you were going to hear Indiana Jones go, "Look away, Marion, look away"? No?
No. Captain America crashes the plane into ice, and then Nick Fury reveals to Cap that he's been sleeping for almost 70 years.
I like how they put him in a room.
I like that scene.
And they're playing like that Dodger game that he's listening to. Like the guy, like that's Red Barber talking. Like he was the announcer back then. It was just cool. Like that's
yeah,
real.
and then he's like, "Where am I?" She's like, "Oh no, you're safe."
No,
and-
where really am I? Yeah.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Well, I was at this game," and then he breaks through the wall and runs out into New York City, which is cool because him running through like that, like it kind of parallels the part before when he's chasing the guy and he's running through
Yeah.
the city.
Yeah, no, totally.
Except now
yeah.
it's present day, and then Samuel Jackson shows up and he's like, "All right, you've been sleeping for 70 years, buddy.
Yeah.
Sorry, we had to break it to you easy." And then we get an end credit scene, and it's just a trailer for Avengers.
Yeah, I was disappointed with that.
Me too.
Sorta.
I
But like I was
Right.
I was like, all right, cool. I get to watch Avengers next.
right as the trailer, or right as the credits were going down, I was like, "Oh yeah, it's just a trailer for Avengers."
Yeah. See, I totally didn't remember that until they were like, coming next, Captain America and Avengers, and I was like, well, yeah, but I don't know what I wanted. Like you said when I told you because I watched it before you.
Yeah.
I'm like it's just a trailer for. Oh, you're like, oh yeah, I remember that. So then you're like, but what else are they supposed to do? And I'm like, well, that's true. It's not like you.
Yeah, 'cause I actually, before it happened in the movie, I thought him waking up was the end credit scene. 'Cause that would have made sense.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh yeah, it's just a trailer for Avengers. So like,
Yeah.
I thought that would have been the case.
I mean, that was the only part I was disappointed in the movie.
Yeah, which I mean that's pretty good for the movie.
Yeah.
So now it's time to rate our movies. As you could see on the board behind us, our order is the exact same.
I was surprised you liked this more than Iron Man.
So our order of the movies go: Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Iron Man 2, and the Incredible Hulk. That's our order of the MCU so far. I'm wondering if they will actually be different after we watch Avengers.
Oh, they're
I'm
gonna
hoping they'll finally be different eventually.
Oh, you mean difference between the two of us?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because if we like the MCU in the same exact order for the entire thing, that'd be weird.
Yeah. Well, I know we didn't originally because you liked the second Avengers more than the first Avengers, and I didn't.
Yeah, at the time I did, yeah.
But I got a feeling when we rewatch it, you're going to be like, I didn't like this one as much.
Yeah, I mean, in my memory, even thinking about it now,
'Cause
it sounds good.
Not that, I mean, you're a very positive person when it comes to movies.
Yeah.
You're like
Well,
Kevin Smith.
Well, yeah, because I just think of like the parts, part of the movies that are fun. I just always think about that. I usually like walking out of the theater. I don't think, That part was real shitty. Unless we were going and seeing Star Wars: The Last Jedi, then I'm like, oh, the whole movie was shitty.
Like I just finally subscribed to Fat Man and Batman,
Mm-hmm.
and I just listened to one of them on my little hike that I just did.
Yeah.
And Kevin Smith talked about how good Supergirl was this week.
I listened to that too, and I was like, I don't agree.
No, and but that reminded me of you a little bit, whereas because you're very positive.
Yeah, well, I try to think of the best parts of it.
Like you'll go to a movie and you'll be like, yeah, I liked it a lot, and then I'll see the same movie, and I was like, whatever. But that's a good thing for you. Like you're positive, but so when we saw Avengers 2 and Avengers at the same time.
Yeah, should I tell my story again?
No one wants to hear about Lady Thor.
Short story long.
How many times have you told this story?
Every podcast we've ever done. The lady was supposed to give us 3D tickets or 3D glasses, and she didn't. She fucking lied to me, that stupid bitch. And then I had to tell her manager on her, and then we got 3D glasses. But we missed the first couple minutes of the movie in 3D.
Yeah, and we'd already seen it.
Yeah, that was Avengers 1. We saw Avengers 2.
No, when we got done with Avengers 2, and I was like, I like the first. I like the first one better. What's wrong?
My legs are a little sore.
Why are your legs sore?
Well, this is coming out on Monday, I guess. So go check out our video we did. It doesn't really show much in the video, but we did an extremely hard hike. We're doing a new show on Pleeka called Behind the Pleeka, where we're going on hikes and basically just stuff that's not us, like talking about superheroes and video games and shit. And I'm a little sore because Nick made me go on the hardest hike of my fucking life yesterday. And yeah, so go check out that video called Behind the Pleeka.
You were all for it yesterday, before we got there.
Yeah, I was all for it on the way to the mountain, and then about 5 minutes into it, I was like, oh my god, I'm on fire.
Well, at least it only took
The whole thing was fucking stairs.
At least it only took an hour.
Yeah, an hour up.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you. I don't know if I've mentioned that yet.
Yeah, a couple times.
So what were we talking about before that? Oh, yeah, I liked Avengers 2.
Yeah, so, if that continues, there's no way I'm going to like Avengers 2 more than Avengers 1.
Yeah.
I already don't want to watch it.
Oh, really? I'm interested because I haven't seen it in a long-ass time.
Right.
But I don't know. That's the thing, though, like, with, like in a movie like that, is I liked it getting out of the theater, but now when you think back on it, I really only can think about, like, the weird parts, like the Hulk and Black Widow's weird relationship and how she talks about she can't have babies and all that weird shit. That was randomly put in the movie for no reason.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting. Hopefully they do change down the line.
I think they will.
So, what was your best scene in the movie, Captain America? Was it that Peggy scene you talked about?
Yeah, I think that was my favorite little piece because, she has no idea if that shield works. She shot at him 3 times.
Literally, I could have went right through the shield.
Yeah,
I liked it too. I was hoping they were gonna bring up Wakanda and all that, because that's where what's the shield made out of?
I don't have any idea.
I can't think of it. It's the Black Panther metal, but I can't think of what it's called. But I was hoping he'd because
it's something anium.
Yeah, he's like, that's all we got, and I was like, oh, I hope he mentions it comes from Wakanda and all that, but they didn't mention anything like that, because we're all excited for Black Panther, so I was like, oh, cool, maybe you connect, but they always mentions was that's all they got from it.
Right.
Which didn't he say that in Civil War? He's like, you guys use this metal, and all you make is a shield. He makes fun of Captain America in it when they're on that roof.
Maybe.
I think he does. Someone mentioned something.
Yeah.
And then do we usually rate anything else, or do we just watch the trailer and then end it?
Well, we were rating the after scene credits.
The after credit,
after credit scenes.
Well, it'll be the same thing as last week because Captain America's wasn't.
Yeah, which we can get away from that because I think they're. Now they're just little snippets of stuff.
Yeah. I think my number one all time after credit scene is the one at the very end of Spider-Man: Homecoming with Captain America, and he's like, "Really?" And, he's basically makes fun of you for waiting for the after credit scene. I think that's my favorite all time.
See, I remember that now that you said that, but I totally forgot about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I like it when they do little silly ones like that I don't remember, or at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy when it's just Howard the Duck there. The little ones like that are cool.
So, but the one thing we haven't talked about is who was your best actor? Who was your?
Oh, my favorite part. What
was your favorite part?
Oh, my favorite part of the movie. I think it's a tie between the Peggy scene and him chasing down the Hydra agent.
Oh, when he first becomes him?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with the Hydra agent chase scene because I really do like that. When I think Captain America, that's the scene I think of.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'll have to go with that.
And then who's your favorite actor?
Last
All
week,
right, who did you think was the best?
last week I
Or stole the show, that
I
kind of
picked
thing?
the star of the film, and I'm not gonna do that this week. I don't know her name, but I'm picking the girl who plays Peggy.
Oh, Agent Carter.
Yeah, I forgot to look up her name ahead. Probably should have, but
Yeah, probably.
I'm picking her. I think she was
really good.
She was really good in the movie. Every scene she was in was amazing,
Yeah, no, I liked her a lot too.
and it made me actually want to watch her show again.
Oh, I
But like I'm
Not
not.
that
I already
far.
watched it once, so I'm not gonna rewatch
Right.
it. But it brought back memories of that, and I liked it.
and see, my favorite is Tommy Lee Jones
I can see that too.
because he was cool, and the two of them together were really funny too.
Yeah, like I like the scene where he's talking to her, her and Captain America are talking to him, trying to find out Bucky's dead and all that, and he storms off. He's gonna go find Bucky,
Mm-hmm.
and then he's just going through papers, and he's like, "If you have anything to say right now, now's the time to shut your mouth."
Yeah. Well, and there you said the skinny one already, and then
Yeah.
when Red Skull's taking off in that plane, and he has to drive the Red Skull's car.
He's like, "I'm not kissing you."
Yeah, that
I
was,
really like that.
Yeah,
scene.
that was funny too. And I mean, that was one of like 10, 12 lines where he made me laugh.
Yeah, he's probably the funniest in the movie, I think.
And then like you remember when Captain America came back? What the fuck was happening?
My control's a little broken.
Remember when Captain America comes back with Bucky and all the people? And like we didn't mention Damien Dark or anything.
Oh yeah, we didn't. Yeah,
So
I love him in the movie too, but he's kind of barely in it. But
barely. But
I
he
really
comes
like
back
him.
with all those soldiers, and he's like basically he's like, all right, what are you ever, you're gonna arrest me or punish me? I'm ready to take whatever you want to take. And he's like, yeah, no, you're good.
yeah,
Which was cool.
he was cool. Like I said, he's a likable dick because he's a dick, but he's a nice guy too. He's just a dick.
He was a dick because he's a general and he's not gonna take anybody's shit.
yeah,
And
but
he knows he's in charge.
then he's like, oh, no, you did a good job.
Yeah.
Like that's what I meant by likable dick.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I thought you
Fucking
meant.
tallywhacker.
I thought you meant like.
Nope, it's not a lickable dick.
It's close.
I'm gonna fucking.
One letter.
I'm gonna lick your dick here in a second.
Please cut that out.
All right, so everybody, boys and girls, cat and kittens, dogs and muskrats.
Shut up.
We're ready to watch the Avengers trailer.
Wow.
Are you Betty?
I'm Betty. If Thor's in this, you're gay.
Spoilers.
You were made.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if I accidentally got like Age of Ultron or something?
It'd be just like you.
In the end,
Have you seen the set pics that have come out for Avengers 4?
No.
They're back in New York for like how this movie ends,
Oh, really?
which makes people think they're either going to like different Earths or dimension hopping or going back in time, stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Because like they're all in their like Avengers 1 clothes. That's funny. The trailer says Paramount, but it's a Disney movie. This one when it actually comes out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is the first Disney film
So when we
or
needed
Disney
them,
Marvel film.
they could fight the battles that we never could. Gentlemen,
Oh, there's the
what
one.
are you prepared to do?
No offense, but I don't play well with others.
Big man in a suit of armor. Take that away. What are you?
Genius.
I remember these first couple of movies with them arguing. I was like, I don't fucking care, just be friends. But then now in the later movies, I kind of like it.
Like it makes sense.
Yeah.
They're building it up a little bit. Yeah.
I really like that scene of them fighting in the jungle.
If we can't protect the Earth,
Although to be honest, this is kind of a shitty trailer.
damn sure we'll avenge it.
I mean, I know they don't want to spoil much, but it's kind of just like music and showing things.
Yeah. Music and showing things. Isn't that what trailers
Well, you
are?
know what I mean, though. Like, it's like little things.
No Hulk, though.
Yeah, because they didn't want to spoil that they recast him, I bet. Oh,
And I'm a huge
No,
Never
there was
mind.
him. He was in a couple scenes, but there was no actor.
oh, never mind.
We have to wait till 2012?
Yeah. We're gonna go back in time.
Wow.
But alright, so next week we'll be watching. I almost said we're watching The Incredible Hulk because we're talking about it. We're gonna be watching Marvel: The Avengers. Are you excited for our first team up film of this
yeah,
podcast?
Kinda.
Yeah, it'll be cool. That one will be like weird to talk about, kind of, because we're usually like, oh yeah, this character that leads to this and that, but like now it's the first one of all them together.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited because then next one after this is Iron Man 3, we said, and then Thor 2, and then it'll be interesting to me when we get out of these characters. And we're like, now we're gonna watch Ant-Man and then Doctor Strange and then Guardians of the Galaxy.
I want to get to those.
Yeah, me too, because those ones are real. Those are
I was
my favorite
excited
ones,
to
kind of.
watch Thor. I was excited to watch Iron Man. I was even a little excited to watch Iron Man 2, which I didn't like. The farther it was good, but it wasn't great.
Yeah,
I not excited to watch Iron Man 3 at all.
I'm not either.
And less excited to watch Thor 2.
Yeah, which maybe, I mean, we're both so not excited for this. Maybe we'll get on here and be like, it was okay. Because
Hopefully.
our expectations are so low.
Right.
Because they were kind of high when we first saw it. Because like we liked the first Thor.
Totally.
We loved Avengers.
Yeah.
So.
But I am excited to watch Avengers again. I haven't seen it in a long time. Well, since Lady Thor tried to.
Yeah,
fuck you in the
I have it
ass.
on 3D Blu-ray.
But
Guess what I don't have?
A 3D TV.
Yeah.
You know, how stupid were you?
Were?
Good point.
But all right, so I think this is the end of the Pleeka podcast this week. We continued our marvelous journey to Infinity War, watching Captain America. It became the top of our list of movies for the MCU. And yeah, next week we're watching the Avengers. Make sure to tweet Nick pictures of your balls. I forgot to mention that. And we'll see you guys next week.
I thought he'd be taller.